Hey everybody, this is my 2002 Bonneville. My name is Ryan. This is me. The bike's better to look at though. It's an '02. I got it in '03. It was green when I got it, a green and silver two-tone tank. I've had this bike since '03. I'm always messing with it. I've had other bikes come and go, but I've always kept this one. It's kind of special to me. It's an '02, which is the 100th year anniversary of Triumph, so that's kind of cool. It's carbureted, so it's easy to work on. It has no real computer to speak of. I don't know, kind of got an emotional attachment to this one, but it was made in England, which I like. It's a pre-factory fire bike. There's not a lot of those out there. But I've been modifying it for 6 or 7 years. My first goal was just to sleek it down as much as possible and nip and tuck the signals and the mirrors and all that stuff. And then I ended up getting that tank, and then I just kind of ballooned from there. But I always wanted to keep, functionality and safety in mind. I don't think I've decreased any of those things. I trimmed a lot. I trimmed 34 pounds off of it. When I first started modifying it, I kept track of all the weight I saved. I trimmed 34 pounds, but then I put the fairing on it. So I forgot to weigh the fairing before I put it on. So it probably weighs 6 or 7 pounds if I had to guess. It's aluminum. The tank is from Norman Hyde. It came polished. That was an option. And I had the emblems painted on there. I had somebody local. It came with this rubber strap under here holding it on, which is kind of ugly. It does the job, but it wasn't much to look at. I found this belt that I liked. I liked the little brass buckle. It matches the other gold accents on the bike. I had somebody local. I drew him pictures, and he fabricated these brackets to hold the belt on for me. It's got a Monza cap. It's got also a Norman Hyde seat and cowl. The seat came with black vinyl, but I had an old leather jacket that had the nice worn out patina that I was looking for, so I had the seat guy use my old leather jacket. I didn't wear it anymore. He used my jacket to get the leather for the seat. The cowl is actually fiberglass, but I found a company called Alsa that makes a chrome look paint, so I used that paint, and so it matches the rest of the bike pretty good. What else? I moved the rectifier, relocated the ignition, all that stuff. The mufflers are Norman Hyde also, all fired up in a minute, but they're a really good compromise. They're quiet when you want to be quiet, but when you wrap it out, they sound great. I don't know where to start here. When I did the mufflers, I put bigger jets in the carbs. I put a different freer flowing element in the air filter. I took out the snorkel, and it woke it up a lot. The weight savings and the jets and the mufflers, it's still not a really fast bike, but it's definitely peppier than it was. I also relocated the horn. The horn was up here in front. I moved it up under the tank where you can't see it at all. Did the air injection removal. I think everybody does that. Let's see, I did the sprocket cover here. That saved a ton of weight. The old sprocket cover is super heavy. This one's from MAS. The pegs, or the side covers. The side covers that came on it were black. I thought that numbers were a cool idea, and I'd never seen anybody do chrome numbers before, so I found some chrome side covers. And then masked off the 22, and then we had to etch the chrome where it was going to be painted so the paint would stick. Painted everything. And they turned out good. They're chrome numbers. What else? Redid the rear shocks or Hagons. When I did the shocks, I got them 20 millimeters longer than the stock Bonneville shocks. They're more like a Thruxton length shock, so it raises up the back end of the bike a little bit, gives it a little more aggressive stance. I also went one size bigger on the tire. When I did the shocks and the tire, it made the bike taller so that when I put it on the stand, it was leaning way over, so I had to find a longer stand. So I found a Thruxton stand on eBay, and it put the bike back at the right angle. What else? I did the rear sprocket. That is I got that from Bellacourse. It's a Super Stealth sprocket. It's gold. I like the gold. I also got the chain from them. It's a Chain X gold ring chain. That saved, you know, the sprocket saved a little weight too. It's a better sprocket. Let's see, I got rid of the rear pegs. These are just parts I bought from Lowe's. I found some hex head bolts and some washers and just scuffed them up and sprayed them black myself. What else? The rear fender's gone. You can see. First I got a smaller fender. I found a used scrambler fender. You know, the Bonneville fender came like way down to here and had these huge, terrible turn signals on it. First I put a scrambler fender, which came to about here. I still didn't like it, so I got a fender delete kit. Got a Lucas style tail light. I tucked it up under there as far as I could. I like this, you know, open gap area. I got those little LED turn signals back there from Lhasa Engineering. They were cheap. They do a good job. Had to change out the relay too, but that worked. I mean, that was easy. So those, I like those because they're kind of stealth. You don't even notice they're there until they're blinking. When they do blink, they're brighter than the stock ones were. Let's see. The little side license plate holder, that was like a $15 thing from eBay. Works good. The controls up here, I blacked out everything I could. I powder coated the levers. I powder coated this clamp. This bracket is from D9. He does killer stuff. It's got the LED indicators. This little reservoir cover was like a $15 eBay piece. It was anodized silver. I sprayed it black and then sanded off the top to give it that sort of two-tone look. The handlebar, so this fairing was really made for a bike with clip-ons. So I didn't really want to mess with clip-ons, but I found this handlebar. This is like a $20 handlebar on Amazon, but it comes way down. It kind of mimics clip-ons and it worked good. The grips, they feel like old tennis racket grips. I forgot what they're called, but they're padded leather. I thought they looked kind of old school. They match the belt pretty good. The front blinkers, they kind of double as bar end weights, and the mirror, both blinkers. Those are from Oberon. I love their stuff. It's super clean. It's kind of stealthy. Same as the back. You don't really even notice there's turn signals there until they're blinking. Here, I'll show you. And they blink frontwards and backwards. So they're probably more safe than stock. And then there's the rear one. So from the back, you know, you actually got two blinkers now. What's next? The fairing. The fairing came from a place called Omega. I think they're in Thailand or the Philippines, somewhere in Asia. I can't remember where, but it wasn't cheap. Shipping wasn't cheap, and it was a bitch to put on. It came with 2 black and white Xerox copied photographs. No words, no writing, just look at these pictures. That's how it goes on. And all these brackets and braces back here, they didn't really line up perfect. They took some persuasion. I finally got it on, but now that it's on, it is rock solid. I scuffed up my chrome headlight bucket and painted it black so it would look a little, you know, just kind of blends in under there a little better than when it was chrome. I had the fairing painted. Had it painted to match I already had the tank painted a long time ago. I had to use a different guy, but he did a good job matching it. I like the kind of scallops. The front fender is a fiberglass fender. It's a lot lighter. The stock, you know, Bonneville fender went from like 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and it had those metal brackets that held it on. This one's shorter. It's fiberglass. I had it painted to match everything else. I like these little kind of pointy speed things here. I don't know. I like the way the bike looks fast, even when it's just sitting here. I did the headlight myself. I always liked that look of the number on the front of the fairing of old race bikes. And I was trying to get that look without losing the functionality of the headlight. And so I masked off the 22, sprayed the headlight with some stained glass paint, and then just took a paint marker and did the 3D. And it's held up pretty good. It's been on there for a few years. And I mean, the light puts out probably 80 or 90% as much light as it did. And I changed out the bulbs in there with brighter bulbs to try to make up the difference. And it has no problem at night. Let's see, I did the choke knob. The stock choke knob was kind of boring. I just did this little, I cut it off and I put a Mercury dime on there, which I thought was kind of cool. You know, Mercury, the god of travel. The wheels, I did the wheels. The wheels were chrome. I went with alloy wheels, saved a lot of weight. I had the hubs powder coated black. Got some Excel rims. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, the black I just thought looked better. It looked tougher. Made the whole bike look a little meaner. And I think that is about it. Oh, sorry. Trying to give you the full angle here. If anybody wants to hear the exhaust, I'll fire it up for you. Hang on, I'm going to set my phone down for 1 second. So there's the exhaust at idle. And I don't know if you can tell, but from this video, but it's pretty quiet at idle, but it snarls up nice when you rev it up. I think that's it, man. I hope you enjoy the video. If you are modifying your bike, I hope maybe you get some ideas from mine. I'm always looking for more stuff to do to it. Thanks.